Hey, March is International Women's Day. So let's work out how to create an inspirational graphic about an inspirational woman using Adobe Express. Now, the woman I've chosen is Serena Williams, and all I've done here is do 7 different adjectives to describe her, and I'm going to use that to create my graphic. So let's go over to Express. I'm going to press the plus, and I'm going to go down to Collage. Now you'll see what I do here by uploading the same photo twice. So let's grab that one, and then let's grab it again. There's a method to my madness, so stick around. I'm going to click next, and now I'm going to do something like a landscape photo. That's fine. And here we go. Now the first thing we're going to do is get rid of this collage section and also give it a name. Just call it Serena. So what are we going to do here? Now the first thing we're going to do is, you can see it's got a kind of border around here. So let's go for layout. I'm going to take border and cell right down to the bottom. It still leaves a little line down there, but that's just so you can tell where the join is, and that's fine. When we actually share it or print it out, that won't be there. Now, next thing I've got to do is I've got to try and align both of these photos. So let me just make sure that they're both right at the bottom in terms of scale, and they are, which is great. And then I'm going to position this one so it's going to go right down the center of a nose. And then let me grab this one and then just start bringing it across. Perfect. Okay, now that I've got that, it's time to start working on both sides of the image in different ways. So on the left-hand side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start playing with things like enhancements. So let me just select that little drop down. Now, one of the things I want to do here is bring the contrast up. So things like the red and the yellow around the racket really pops. I might bring the brightness up as well. See what happens with the saturation. Oh, that starts getting pretty funky. So I like that. So that's got lots of nice color on the side. It's very vibrant. I like that, because on the other side, I'm going to do something completely different. So here you can go to things like saturation. You can bring that right down. That's going to make it grayscale. You can also do that within filters as well and select grayscale as your option there. But let me do everything in enhancements. Okay, now that saturation's down there, I'm moving on to contrast. And I'm going to whack this up all the way to the top. And it's going to make things like the black even blacker and the white even whiter. Now I can play around with the brightness, because what I want is I want the sort of tennis ball to be so bright and white, contrast against the black of her dress as well, and the stripe that's going along her stomach there. Now to make that white even whiter, I'm going to bring the highlight right up as well. That means that the light or the bright colors will be given even more pop. And last but not least, let me bring down shadows here. Now that I've got that, I'm happy with it. I'm going to go over to my adjectives. I'm going to get those 7 adjectives, go back to Express, press text, add my text. Now I'm just going to paste it right in there. Now this is where you can start playing around with things like fonts. So let's go to Bebas New. I know that's a good one. I use that quite a lot. And then just drop down, see what we've got here. Maybe try a bold one. And then I'm going to change the color of it right over there into all the Fs. And that means it's going to be as white as possible, which is great. Then I'm going to align it left. So I'm going to align it all down the center of the image. Let me just stretch it out to the top and stretch out there, just leaving a slight gap. There we go. And then I can drag it over till it right hits the middle. If you want to make it sort of especially this inspirational one, go from one side to the other, then you could do things like change the letter spacing. That's a little bit too much. Let's bring it down ever so slightly, maybe number 2. Okay, that's perfect. I really like that. I'm just going to reduce the opacity of it so that the text, it actually almost becomes more readable the more you do that. Now that's done, you can sit back and have a look, see if you like it, play around with colors if you need to. And then when you're ready, you can download it by pressing download and PNG. And there it is. It's got the file name in there. And then you can press share, publish. You can send it via Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, whatever it is that you use, or you can just click link, and there you have it. There's your link. And if you open it up in another browser tab, you can see there's none of that white line down the center, which is perfect. And there you go. That's how you create an incredible graphic about an incredible woman on International Women's Day. Good luck with yours.